guys, my name is Rosie, and I have some beauty secrets that are coming straight from the Bible. I know you're probably thinking the Bible, that's vanity. There's nothing that's going to be in the Bible that's going to give you beauty secrets, but I'm telling you that it's in the Bible. So I have read Esther. I've done Bible studies on Esther, but I never thought about it from the beauty perspective at all. It was always about what she did for her people and how she saved her people, right? But I was thinking back the other day that about 2 years ago I was into heavy warfare came upon me, and one of my friends gave me some olive oil, and she says, put this olive oil, anoint yourself with the olive oil, put the armor of God on you every night when you pray, and so according to Ephesians, and so I did. And I would lather up all the olive oil. I would put it on my face, it's on my hair, my arms, wherever I could put it on. And it wasn't so much for beauty. It was mostly for protection. But I did start to notice that my face was a little bit more glowy and it was a little bit more hydrated. I said, okay. And so I thought, you know what, from Esther's point of view, there was a beauty secret. I just never, because the Bible is a manual that speaks back to you. And every time you read it, even if you read Esther 5 times, the next time it's going to give you a different perspective, God is going to speak to you in a different way. This time, God spoke to me from that little blurb on her beauty thing. And it was like, Esther was a young girl, right? She was young and she was captured. Mainly they were like captured, kind of like the modern day or the old time bachelorette. They got all these girls and one of them was going to be presented to the king for his new wife, right? But before they presented these girls to the king, they had to go through a procedure of beautification regime. And so I was reading it carefully, and it said that the first 6 months, it was all about the oils on their face and their body. And then the last 6 months, it was about the jewelry, cosmetics, and the botanicals, whatever that means. And so I thought, and then going back to my own ritual of putting on the olive oil, I said, well, yeah, I guess, olive oil is good for you. So I started thinking, and then I came across Genesis, and it's talking about Sarah and Abraham. And again, the beauty part says that Sarah was so beautiful that her own husband told her, you know what, when we go to that city, don't tell them I'm your husband, because if you tell them I'm your husband, they're going to kill me just to get you, to acquire you. So mind you, Sarah was already like 65, 70 when she was still a beautiful woman. And I'm thinking, like, did Sarah get a nip and tuck? Did she get Botox, a facelift, or whatever? And I'm like, I bet not in those times. So it was all about natural stuff. And then I thought, everything good comes from above. Everything good, everything that we need to heal, to beautify, it's in here. It's in the Bible. It's in this manual. So I started to connect the dots, and I started to read more, and I started to research. So I researched, and when you research, AI connects everything for you. And so when I opened my YouTube the next time, there was a whole bunch of doctors talking about castor oil. And mind you, I had been using olive oil for a long time, but this time it was castor oil. And so I started to read and research on all the benefits of castor oil. And for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've been using castor oil. And I do find my face to be a little bit more tight, a little bit more like refreshed. Even I wore this dress just on purpose because I wanted to show you my neckline. And I feel a little bit uncomfortable, so that's why I'm putting my hair like right here, and I have my little journal covering it. But I'm an avid sun person, and it looks completely, I have no sunspots anymore. And so I thought, so I started doing more and more research, and all the dots started to connect. There are so many benefits to castor oil and to beauty. It's in the Bible. It is biblical. Esther used her beauty, not in a manipulative way, but her beauty, her physical beauty, and it says that her inner beauty won her a position with the king, and because of that, she was able to save her people. And the Bible does tell you that everything works out for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to their purpose, and that was her purpose, right? And so I'm here to tell you that castor oil does work. It's working for me, and I'm gonna continue to do research. Another thing that castor oil is really good for is joints. So every morning my hands were stiff, right? Because I'll tell you the truth, I am. You're probably thinking, well, you don't look so young, because I am not young. I'm young at heart, but I am gonna be 57 come September, God willing. And so I think I'm part of, there's no fillers. So I'm thinking, you know what? The beauty was in the Bible, and as long as you use it, not in a manipulative way, but with self-esteem and all of that. And so, anyways, going back to my joints, my hands were stiff, but because now I'm using castor oil and I really use it. I mean, I put it all over my arms, my chest, my face, and then I have this little dog back here. Can you see that little dog right there? That little dog right there? That is a little cholo squinkle, which means that he is completely furless. He has no fur. And so after I put all this olive oil on myself, the rest of it, I kind of put it on him. Mind you that he was rescued a year ago. He had a whole bunch of pimples, and the reason a lot of people don't like these kind of dookies right here, it's because they're hard to maintain. They're high maintenance. But now I'm gonna get him in a minute. I'm gonna show you. He does not have an alligator back. He has no pimples. His skin is real smooth. And come to find out, the benefits of castor oil is also for your joints. And anyways, going back to my hands, because I'm using so much castor oil, and I'm putting it on my face, and I'm putting it on my dog. Of course, it stays on my hands all night, right? So I noticed that I didn't have any more joint problems in the morning. My hands were not stiff. I didn't even notice until it connected. Like, you're not getting up and doing this anymore. And so now I'm going to start putting it on my feet. And the benefits are so many. If you subscribe, I will bring you all the benefits. I will keep researching the Word of God, because it does say in Esther that she used olive oil and other oils and myrrh. And I even researched what myrrh was for. It says myrrh was found to be a healer of dry wrinkled skin and inflamed skin, including skin conditions such as eczema and boils. Myrrh is for uneven skin, spots, and scars. So I'm gonna probably because the viscosity of castor oil is so thick. I'm gonna put a little bit of myrrh. How about that? And if myrrh was used in Esther for her skin, and other oils such as castor, olive oil, whatever, what if I combine them? I'll be your guinea pig. It's natural. Nothing's gonna happen. It's not like I'm using chemicals. So I'm not afraid to mix oils. I'll do it for you. But for right now, I'll tell you which kind of oils I use. I was super happy with the olive oil, because my skin was a little bit more hydrated. But now with the castor oil, even the crow's feet right here, they're less marked. And for being almost in my late 50s, I'm okay if I have like one or two. And it only if I squint really hard can you even say, but not in, if I'm just like natural, you can't see anything. But anyways, I just started ordering organic castor oil from Amazon. So I'm really like trial and error kind of thing that I'm doing. I ordered this one first, and it's super thick, and there's some characteristics that have to be in the castor oil for it to work. First of all, it has to be in a brown bottle, preferably a glass brown bottle. This one is not glass, it's plastic, but I didn't know at first. It has to be cold pressed. You see that word, cold pressed? It has to be 100% pure, cold pressed, hex free, and a glass bottle. So 100% pure, cold pressed, hex free, and organic. So I got that one. And I've only been doing the olive oil for 2 weeks, guys. But I already see, I'm excited about the differences, especially on my chest. I love how soft it is. I'm going to start using it on my, I do it a little bit on my arms, but I really concentrated on my face and my chest at the beginning because I had like crinkly, like a real crinkly neck that I was getting, and it's normal. It's not like I'm trying to live forever, but everybody wants to look as good as they can for as long as they can, right? And if you could do it naturally, and one thing I started, putting together is that skincare is a big, big business, but even though they say it's natural, it's not. Because if you look at the ingredients, it'll say like, like maybe one or two natural things, but then it'll say like, I don't know, I'm just making up words like hydroxide bicyanate, whatever. And that's not natural. I don't see that on any tree. And so, but this is natural. So castor oil. Then I use this one. This one is a little bit thinner. This is the one I put on my face. It's by Sky Organics, but I'm going to get another one. I'm going to continue to research because this is not in a glass bottle, but I did make sure that it says like single ingredient. There's only one ingredient, organic castor oil. So there's only one ingredient in this one. It tells you how to use it. It tells you that it supports stronger, fuller looking hair, lashes, and eyebrows. I really need help with my, these are natural. These are natural, but I want them to be a little bit thicker, and I have no eyelashes. So I'm very, very curious to see what this is going to do like in, remember, when Esther did it, it was for a year. So which means it gives you a clue that you have to be consistent because she did it every single day for a year. So don't try it for 2 weeks and go, oh, nothing happened. I was doing remember before the castor oil, I was doing the olive oil for a whole entire year. I know a friend texted me and asked me what I did to my face because it always looked hydrated or I don't know, whatever. But I was using the olive oil, and I told her I'm using anointed olive oil. But the anointed olive oil, I wasn't using it because for beauty, for beauty treatments. I was using it for protection because I told you I was under heavy, heavy warfare. So I was putting it all over. And what does the Bible say? Everything works out for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So that worked for me, and it led me to something else. That's how the Bible is, though. You connect something and it connects you to something else, and you keep reading and it connects you to something else. So for whatever reason, it connected me to the castor oil, and I know whatever reason because it has a like many other benefits. Like for example, one of the benefits is it's gonna sound weird, I know, but one of the benefits is to put a couple of drops in your belly button at night. Like I pick up my pajamas and I put on the castor oil, and it's supposed to absorb. It's supposed to absorb, and there's doctors that tell you why. I mean, I'm not a doctor, so everything I'm telling you, I'm not a doctor. This is just purely from my experience. I like what I see. I like how it's working, and I'm bringing it to you. Anyways, the belly button is connected to all your veins. It absorbs and it helps your digestive system. I'm telling you, I don't know if it's the probiotics that I'm taking. I don't know if it's the castor oil, but I've never been more regular. I know, TMI, but it helps me. And if it helps me, maybe it'll help one of you. And so I'll continue to work with the oils. I'm gonna do the myrrh. And I'm gonna see the myrrh is I don't know what myrrh is. It might be an oil, but if it has less viscosity, it won't be as thick, and maybe it will be easier to put on because castor oil is thick. I have no problems. I have no problems with the castor oil on my face. I don't care if it's thick, if it's working. I'm just gonna use it, even if it's thick. But if you mix it with the myrrh, what is it gonna do? So if you want to know what it's going to do, continue to like, and subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel because I don't have that many subscribers, and I'm gonna need at least 100 so that I can continue. And I want to continue with the research, or if not, you could do the research yourself. I love reading the Bible. I love doing research. You can. This goes back all the way to whenever I was 14 and 15 years. I was 16 and my sister was 14. We had a whole bunch of pimples. I mean, like boils. And I said, don't worry, I'm gonna research. I'm gonna research and I'm gonna find the answer. Sure enough, we were young and dumb, and I said, and I didn't know what a chemical peel is, but that's exactly what happened to us. We got Clearasil, and we piled it on our face, a whole bunch of it. And of course, it burned our skin. Thank God that we were only like 14 and 16, so it regenerated really quickly. But guess what? It was a chemical peel, and after that, we had beautiful skin for the rest of our teens and 20s and 30s, and we never got pimples ever again. I'm not recommending that you do that. I am not a doctor. I'm just telling you what I did with my sister. You know how you do crazy things with your siblings when you're young? That's what I did. It worked for us. But this is organic. It's pure. It's oil. Unless you have an allergy to it. I don't know because I'm not you. But test it on your skin. And if you don't have an allergic reaction, maybe test it on a little part of your face. And if not, do like I do. I just pile it on, and like I'm telling you, I usually would not come on video with this kind of dress, but I did come because I wanted you to see how clean my chest was, and it's all because of the castor oil. I'm loving even this part. I had a whole bunch of lines right here, and after 2.5, 3 weeks, I still have them, but they're a lot less. And castor oil has been found to be really good for scars and wounds and all kinds of things. So my next video, I'll do another video on what else it's good for. And I'm going to try it. But so far, it's been for my face, my chest, and my digestion. That's what I've tried it for. And so like, subscribe, and come back. Bye.